to go ahead and start. Welcome to my Let's Play. My name is Sam, and this is Lacelandia. I know this is rather unconventional to go ahead and start a Let's Play in the middle of just working in general. I've already been on this realm for about 3 or 4 months now, and I don't know, I just felt like making a video for a Let's Play for the realm and while I play on it. I was thinking of doing a single player survival, but I didn't know really where to start, so I thought I would start here in the middle of some already ongoing projects, and welcome you to my sunken spaceship. So when I first started here, my idea was to create, you know, a little bit of background of getting here in the first place. I was late to starting on the realm as it is, and I just wanted to kind of give myself a place to start, and here I decided to crash land in the middle of the ocean in a spaceship. So I'm going to take some time today and just kind of introduce you to the realm and let us start on an adventure together. So yeah, I really am looking forward to all the different things that we're going to be able to do here, and we're just going to kind of jump right in because that's what seems to spark my inspiration right now. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get on with the show. So I went ahead and took off my armor so you could see what my skin looks like, because it is a kinda custom skin. I did take it off of planetminecraft.com, but I adjusted it a little bit to suit my own interests. So yeah, I'm a little Ender lady, and I just want to kind of show you around. This is my dog, Aqua Scar. If you guys are fans of Good Times with Scar, this is inspired from him. I wanted a dog and I needed a name for him, and it was a good one. He keeps this place ready and safe from any skellybobs or drowns. So this is the ship. It is very barren. We kind of had to excavate everything out of here once we started to have to live in survival. But this is my captain's chair here, and this is where I make my log. So I do have a log, but we can go into that later. But I just wanted to kind of show you what it looks like from the chair, because I just absolutely love this. This is just the best view I could have asked for, I feel like. So I'll go ahead and just go outside to give you an idea of what it looks like from the outside. Zoom pass over here. I do have a conduit already, so we don't have to worry about breathing underwater on a regular basis. But this is my sunken ship here. This is, or should I say, crash landed ship. And I really wanted to incorporate some of the new nether blocks because I had never played in a world with these kinds of build palettes available yet. And the first thing I thought of was the spacecraft from Futurama where they make all the deliveries, and I immediately wanted to bury it into the water. That's a future project. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I want to go ahead and come down into the main part of our base. This is actually accessible underneath the ship here. Down there's a little tube that goes underneath it. But I always like to take this little route because it's a little bit easier to get going. So this is where I began everything. I kind of built the spaceship, and then I dug down here and I started making storage, and I really wanted to do something with turtles. Since I'm underwater and everything, I wanted to make a shop, and nobody else had made a turtle shop yet. So I have done that now, and we'll go and see those shops later. But I just want to kind of give you a little tour of what I have going on here. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the regular auto furnace setup here. I actually don't smelt a whole lot of anything, so this is just kind of my throwing my organics here for some bone meal, my super bulk furnace that I can just keep going forever, and then just any individualized ones that I might need to do. And here we have the original two turtles that I decided to keep. These are Lucy and Des, named after the infamous I Love Lucy show. Very old, but that comes with the time. But this is a little getup that I created where I could hatch turtle eggs and name them and then set them off into the ocean. So I can go into that a little bit, but it kind of shows you a little bit about how I like to do my builds. I do like to make things look pretty good, but also I have noticed a very bad trend recently, and that's all of these torches literally everywhere, and I don't like that at all. I really, really want this to look nice and neat, and torches do not meet that trick. So I do have some auto farms here just to kind of get going. I started with wheat, and then I've incorporated several of the other ones along the way. Over here I have an AFK setup where I have my little auto clicker, and I can just sit there and fish all day and get all the resources that I need. There's a gathering system underneath it. And again, we can look at all that later if you guys are interested. I am interested in what you're interested in looking at in my base. Down there is your normal mine shaft. Regular mine shaft there. Here we have a storage area that I just expanded out to because I found myself having overflowing chests galore. So I thought I would take some inspiration from some of the recent storage videos I've seen and go ahead and just make this nice little setup. Again, I'm carrying through with the spruce and the nether tree thing. I really like the way they look together, especially in this area, and I wanted to make sure that I continue to have the nether tree influence, even though the red and black stone here looks, and the stripped birch, I just really like the way that those all look together. Plus I just had an abundant amount of them available. Now down here, we'll go back there in a minute, but down here I have this little nether tree growing area. I recently built in this top part that you could kind of see into, but mainly it's actually just for harvesting purposes, and before I expanded upward, they would actually grow into the ground, and it was very odd. So this is our full enchantment setup. There's another portal here. Here's a nice little wart farm and an egg gathering location, as well as scoot gathering. Now, I am not really proud of how this has turned out so far. So far, but I will say that I do appreciate that it takes a lot of work to gather all of that, to gather all those scoots together to make turtle helmets, fully enchanted at that. And when I say fully enchanted, I mean with aqua affinity and respiration and unbreaking and mending. Everything else can just kind of fall by the wayside when you're working underwater. Obviously some sort of protection is good to have on there, but you never know. So after we go through this little storage unit, I wanted to transition into a farming area. I recently bought over the landscape, I keep calling it that, the gardening shop in the shopping district originally set up by Lace, the owner of the realm. And I needed to make some gardens because I didn't have any actual stock for the store, so I went ahead and built all these up. I got some bamboo, and just your, I don't really want to go into all of it, but it's just your classic setup here. It's not that big of a deal, and I just kind of dig this up. I leave one row here, and I just fill the rest in with dirt after we're done, and then I manually put it all into here right now. I do want to make some fully automated farms eventually, but this was kind of a really quick, let's get this up and running so I can move on to other things type situation. So yeah, this is what I've got so far on my base. It's not much, but it is something to work with. I definitely find myself having to run here often. Now, I'll go ahead and show you my mine just because, but I will say that it is super standard. Yeah, I kind of had dug out some of that obsidian there, but it's your normal, every 3 blocks, go ahead and move it in, and then just dig down to a certain point and come back and keep going. There is a slime chunk over here, which is nice. I have never made a slime farm before, and I think I'd like to at some point in time. Let me know if you're interested in seeing something like that too. I have never done it, but I know it is definitely a possibility. So I don't have a need for much slime right now because I have been killing them, and I haven't really been making a whole lot of redstone contraptions, unfortunately. But I don't mind doing those once I get into the need for them. So yeah, this is the current setup here. Let me know what you think could be improved. I know I still got to put a roof in the new farming area. That's all stone and everything, and it doesn't look great, but that's okay. I can also expand out this way and do something out here. I wouldn't mind making this a whole lot bigger, but I just like to have a use for something before I go dig in and making a space for stuff. Which, alright, I think that kind of settles it for the base here. I'm going to go ahead and make my way to the spawn area to kind of show you what that even looks like from the beginning, because I think that it is really important to be able to make an example of what's going on. Alright, see you in a bit. Alrighty, and here we are at spawn, as you can clearly see by the sign above my head. This is where you spawn on the realm, and it is a lovely building with lots of resources on the inside. So there's really cool apartments that Lace has built in there. She built this up on her own. I think that's just fantastic. So I believe this realm started in the beginning of 2020, pretty much around every time everybody went into quarantine. So I joined in about September 2020, and I have been playing ever since. So here is our little mail room, or should I say post office. This is where everybody has all their different mail, and I don't have any right now, but it is a really nice build, and I don't know who made it, but I visit it often because there's a lot of business transactions that happen via mail these days. So we go into this area, and this is a nice little fountain area that just has some announcements. There's a nice map of Spawn and the shopping district, which you kind of saw a little bit of behind me next to Spawn. And there's I just love this part. I gotta show you guys this because this is so cute. And this is all in vanilla survival, you guys. This is just an animated, not so animated scene. You can kind of get a feel for what's going on, and I really like that. Very Zombie Cleo without all of the books that they have, the data packs, should I say. So this is the community center. I built the exterior of it, again with the stripped birch. I have kind of went stripped birch crazy with this build just because I think it looks bright and nice and clean, and I had a bunch of diorite to get rid of. So that's why I built the roof out of diorite. So yeah, we just kind of made sure that everybody would be able to start off the realm right and have a pleasant experience. So we have a bunch of shared materials. We got crafting stations over here. We have food. We have maps. We have community improvement projects going on. And, you know, we also have a nice little area where we can play some music, and we can have some donations gathered. Here is the public furnace array. This is what I generally use if I have to do any smelting on the heavy side, because as you saw in my base, I do not have the full setup for the array, but I do have enough for my personal time. So we're just going to go back upstairs here, and you can see over here we have a nice little community bedroom. So for those who just need a place to sleep, we do have a one-person sleep rule on the realm, which is really nice. So you don't have to worry about everybody having to sleep at the same time. And that's just a quality of life thing. But yeah, you can come grab clothes. And then here we have the public enchantment station with the public brewing, and there's even a little locker area. And some extra arrows to start off. I like to go through and harvest these every once in a while and go ahead and put them in the community chest over here just to make sure that everybody has a good time. Shared resources available. We got some generators over here made by a lovely angry turtle on the realm. And here we have the public Skelly farm where where we have some lovely pixel art from another Realmia as well. So I did not do any of that building except for this here, and meh, it's not great. It's just a public resource, and we all know how those work out sometimes. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit of this statue here. This statue has a lot of lore in this realm. There was once a member who kind of was crazy with it, and there's a lot of there's even a bookstore based on what he's done, and I just think that's so funny. And we can go through that too if you want. We can have a little side lore available to work with on that, because that is just a good story all in all. And the fact that he's been commemorated here as a statue is just hysterical in my opinion. So I'm just going to do a quick jaunt around the track of the shopping district. I'll point out shops that I know, but I know this one is not open yet. That's the bookstore with a bunch of Yeet books. And there's a gift shop that is temporary. It is currently being deconstructed from the holidays. There's a casino over there. It just gives you diorite though, so it's a scam. There's this lovely little I don't know what to call this. I guess they can call it a little trinket shop. This little trinket shop here is lovely and sells a bunch of amazing things that I often need. And this is my gardening shop here. So I just sell everything as much as gardening goes. haven't named this guy. If you guys have a name for this pupper here, let me know. He just kind of sits here in the gardening shop. What a cutie. And yeah, I just kind of redecorated on the inside. So, haha, got a nice little, little note from one of the Realmies saying that they enjoy the inside of the shop now. I did change it. There was a lot more vines everywhere, and I don't mind the overgrown look, but you know, when you want to look around, you might want to be able to click on the barrels. So I went ahead and completely renovated the interior of this place. Now it's looking up to my specs, and I absolutely love it. I sell flowers and crops and vines and nether stuff and bamboo and mushrooms and cactus and pretty much anything growing. It's in this shop. So not that you guys can just come and get it or whatever, but if any of the Realmies are on, hey, come shop at Sam Sells Gardening and More. We got a ton of stuff. I even incorporated my rock shop from up at the top of the mountain into that one to clear up some of that primo space there. This is a nice, lovely fish shop that Joe made. Oh, I just like looking at it every time I walk by because it's so cute. And full of spruce trapdoors. They're everywhere, but they fit really nice with the whole fish decor. This is a dye shop. This was a scavenger hunt. I actually solved that one. It was really fun. And this is my turtle shop I was talking about earlier. Let me kind of give you a nice little look here. Look at that cutie. I stole this off the internet. I'm not gonna lie, but I like it a lot. So in here I do sell scoots, eggs, and fully enchanted turtle shells. And this is our local department store. I don't want to go in there. Last time there was a creeper, so I might wait for that one. But this is one of the newest shops here, and it's called the Penny Pinch, and I love it. I think it's great. It's a cute little cottage. And I'm always flabbergasted by the amount of talent that other people have on this realm, and that's kind of why I wanted to really start this Let's Play, because I really appreciate all the work that everybody else has done, and you know, I want to be able to provide content on a regular basis, but maybe not be the only one doing it. So I really just want to kind of showcase some of the other builds around the shopping district. This is an amazing guardian here. This is Lace's guardian shop. You have to get in from the inside. Prismarine and such. This is a bee from Jams. It's so cool. I love that shop too. This is also a recent addition. I love, love, love it. And your standardized creeper hole. Nothing to offer but remorse. So here you go. We have another shop coming up here, and this one is a wool shop I have visited often, and one of my personal favorites. I'm going to swoop around here. This is Lace's glass gumball shop, and I think it's so cool looking. Oh, the builders here. This is a public spider farm. It's just a box of random wool stuff. This is a terracotta shop. Look at that. It's got little flowers on the top. That's so neat. And then this is a tree farm shop here, which is excellent. So yeah, that's basically the shopping district. There's a couple more shops at the top of the mountain here. As you can see, there's an ender ship. It's where you sell all your end items. There's a big old chicken, rockets, a netherite shop, a book shop, all kinds of stuff. But if you guys want, you know, the full tour, let me know. Put a comment down below, and we'll be glad to share that with you. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into the nether here. Just going to show you what our hub looks like, because we have a lot of, again, really nice designers on the realm. There's a big old magma cube. And yeah, look at this. Isn't this awesome? I love the black stone with the basalt and the netherite trees. The nether trees. I don't know what they're called. I'm sure I'll get it eventually, but they're all labeled with these directional letters, and I just think that is fantastic, except for obviously north. But that's fine. This direction, we've got some mini games and building contests. I can go over that in future episodes. And yep, this is the direction to my nether portal. We do pass a lot of these, and that cube has finally seen me, so I'm just gonna ski-daddle all the way down here to my entrance to my base. And I'm sure as we go through this, it'll look very familiar. Lovely, 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 lovely. So that's basically it for now. I don't really have a whole lot else to cover today. We're getting kind of long on the episode here, but that's all good. I want to know what you want to know. Let me know if there's anything that I stopped by that piqued your interest. I do plan on having some tours of other people's bases that reach out to me to let me know that they're interested in doing stuff, so I may have those in future episodes. Also, next, I am going to be building a castle. I want to make a lovely castle over to the right of this area here that will really be a tribute to King Triton, the king of the sea from The Little Mermaid. And just basic lore. He had a palace called Atlantica, and I am very excited to see what I can come up with that. We can go over brainstorming ideas and stuff that I have had for inspiration so far. I really don't want to make a bunch of towers that kind of look like exactly what the Little Mermaid had. It just doesn't feel right. I kind of wish they would have thought a little bit more about like mermaid life and how mermaid architecture might be different than, I don't know, man-made architecture, because we have gravity and air instead of water all around us. So I don't know, I'm kind of thinking a little bit more on the organic clam or coral-like build, but I don't know, we can go into that. We can go into that later. But I want to know how you like this video. Tell me about yourself and how you found me, and I just want to know more about what you got going on and what you want to see from me. But I think we're going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so very much for joining me. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Take care, and we'll see you next time.